Daily Fantasy Sports Expo is the leading event covering exclusively the daily fantasy sport business. Hundreds of C-level executives and owners assembled in Miami on August the 6th and 7th for the inaugural event. Adam Kregick, partner at Eilers Research, gave the keynote presentation on the state of the DFS business. He provided the actual numbers for the industry as well as the current trends. The most significant influencers in DFS media debated on the future of the market, including Fox Sports and Fantasy Sports Network. Parties were held each night. One of them took place at Mango's, considered as a truly South Beach Miami experience. We believe that some of our delegates are still there. Chris Costigan, publisher of DFS911.com, hosted a panel on recent legislative measures for DFS in the US. One panel covered the latest trends in the DFS software. It included the CEO of BetConstruct, the gold sponsor for the event, and a partner from Vinfotech. While the industry is still considered nascent, marketing was an important element covered at this event. DFSE brought top experts in marketing to cover the most important elements for the owner and operator in achieving higher traffic and conversions. John Murphy, CEO of Gemayel, discussed email marketing methods to achieve the inbox. Copy Press discussed content and traffic generation, one of the secrets to success for DFS business. Mark Smith spoke on how an open source code called NodeXL could be used to do a network map on Twitter and Facebook for finding major DFS influencers to gain new signups at no cost. Mobile marketing was covered by one of the best in the field, Brian Grushkow. He illustrated multiple methods on achieving more app downloads and improving stickiness. A special speed networking session allowed delegates to meet each other at a rapid-fire pace. It was one of the most successful sessions of the event. Fantasy Wired hosted a panel on affiliate marketing. It included executives from FanWars, SidePrize, and HitPath. Another panel on raising capital and investments for a DFS business had several venture capitalists and experienced angel investors. International daily fantasy markets were illustrated at DFSE. Caliente covered the market in Mexico. Keith McDonald discussed the Euro and Asia markets. Forbes hosted a panel on fantasy-related sponsorships within professional sports. Alternative business models, including the no-salary cap model, were covered by Star Fantasy Leagues, Sports TradeX, and Maximum Fantasy Sports. Lunch gave operators the opportunity to meet amongst each other. Vantiv spoke on payment options for DFS operators. Statistics and player performance prediction had several speakers from the field disclosing the latest trends, algorithms, and technologies. John Cataldi discussed an amazing business model for DFS operators of zero tax and virtual zero restrictions, combining their businesses with a sovereign Indian nation. One of the hidden gems in the market are niche fantasy sports markets. The industry's top players spoke, including cricket, with a huge foreign DFS market. Christie Sullivan of Kountermove discussed MMA, one of the newest and highly profitable spaces. Daily fantasy golf, with a wealthy demographic. Vulcan's CEO discussed esports, one of the most exciting and fastest growing segments of fantasy sports. The final panel debate was one of the highlights of the conference. CEOs of some of top DFS sites, such as DraftKings, Major League Fantasy, Star Fantasy Leagues, and others debated on the future direction of the industry. We want to thank the daily fantasy sports industry for making the first event a huge success.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an every-year event for me, no question.
It's a great event. You should come out and enjoy.
It's still a growth industry. It's still new, and if you want to be a mover and shaker in this space, it's best to get in at the ground floor. So you should definitely come along. And heck, it's Miami. Why would you not want to be here?
Anybody who's not here that's in this business is a mistake.
Anyone in the fantasy sports industry needs to come. It's just a perfect place to meet your peers, future partners. Great event.
I saw a lot of people here that I wanted to see in the industry, as well as met some new folks, and I had the opportunity to talk about fantasy MMA and combat as an emerging key sport to be following in terms of DFS.
It's the first convention I've come to that was specifically for daily fantasy, because there's a lot. I mean, you would think that like everything in fantasy sports applies to everything in fantasy sports, and it doesn't. You know, daily fantasy is its own animal, and so it's good to have its own kind of niche convention. It's very productive.
I would definitely recommend this event.
We look forward to seeing you at the next DFSE. Thank you for watching.